I've watched 1,128 drama movies, so you don't have to. And instead of doing my top 10, because I imagine you've seen those already, I'm going to go through the ones I feel like people don't talk about enough. Unfortunately, this is compared to The Shawshank Redemption way too much, but I think it has a lot of other elements that I think expand upon sort of loneliness, isolation, injustice than Shawshank does. And Michael Clark Duncan is incredible here, and Mr. Jangles is awesome. Definitely check it out if you have not. For these next two movies, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite writers of all time, Bo Goldman. And he wrote this movie, and I think it just shines all the way through. And it'll also lead into the next movie. But I think he has such a warmth to his writing. I think Al Pacino is incredible here. And it just kind of encapsulates all the things about how beautiful life can be no matter what's taken away from you. And what do you stand up for when you don't want to stand for anything? I think this is an incredible movie. And let's get to the next one. Again, Martin Brest here, but I think it's Bo Goldman. The scenes that I love the most in this are the diner scene and the end scene when Anthony Hopkins is talking, and it just exudes so much of that magic that's in Scent of a Woman, and I think that's just Bo Goldman all through this movie. And what a great collaboration, and this movie talks a lot about death and life and love in the most beautiful ways. Definitely one of my favorites. I still think about this movie, and it came out over a decade ago, and I never hear anybody bring it up. It has Lakeith Stanfield in it. It has Brie Larson before she became like Brie Larson as we know her now, and it just has like a lot of really good actors and just great acting in it. And it's just a beautiful movie about wayward souls finding each other. And there's this scene with this girl talking about being an octopus and giving up her limbs to the shark. And there's just all these like beautiful little moments with these kids, and it is an incredible movie. The writers of 500 Days of Summer wrote this, and it is just as sharp, just as witty, but just so grounded. And dealing with Miles Teller, who's an alcoholic in high school, and he's just having a really hard time figuring out what to do with his life. And I think it's just a painful portrait of a lot of people that we go to high school with that just never make it out of it. Amazing movie. Oh man, do I love Simon Birch. I don't know why this doesn't have an image on it, but it should have all the images. It is just heartfelt, incredible. Oliver Platt, Ashley Judd, everybody is just so delightful in this movie, and it makes me cry every time. I can make an entire series about amazing teachers movies, but Mr. Holland's Opus is an amazing movie that talks about the sacrifice certain teachers make when they don't imagine that like this is going to be what they do for their life, and then at the end of it all, they actually see what they did build was really important. Incredible. Rapid Fire, Kowalski trilogy, Red's my favorite. So much heart, amazing. Stoker, it's a vibe, it's cool, it's clean, and just has all these elements that are just so good. And those are my top 10 underrated drama movies. Let me know what you think yours are.